Opening scene, Lake Tahoe Mansion.
Camera pans across a luxurious mansion by Lake Tahoe, showcasing a serene early morning scene. The sun rises over the lake, reflecting off the calm waters. Cut to Mark Zuckerberg wake surfing, wearing a tuxedo and a puka shell necklace as he rides the waves effortlessly. The American flag waves in the background. Now let's take a look at the actual code used to train this model. It's only 300 lines of Python and PyTorch, along with a library called Fairscale to distribute training across multiple GPUs. It's a relatively simple decoder-only transformer, unlike the mixture of experts approach used in other big models like Mistral. Most importantly, the model weights are open, which is a huge win for developers building AI-powered apps. Now, you don't have to pay a bunch of money to use the GPT-4 API. Instead, you can self-host your own model and pay a cloud provider to rent some GPUs. A Pause 3S. Hosting large AI models can be a daunting task. Imagine downloading a model that weighs a staggering 230 GB. Even with top-tier hardware like an RTX 4090, running these models can feel like trying to ride a wild llama. Pause 3S. But don't worry, there's good news. You can experiment with these models for free on platforms like Meta or NVIDIA's Playground. This accessibility allows developers and enthusiasts to explore AI without the hefty hardware investment. Pause 3S. Early feedback from users indicates that while the largest llamas might not always meet expectations, the smaller, more agile versions are impressively powerful. Pause 3S. The true strength of LLaMA lies in its ability to be fine-tuned with custom data. This opens up a world of possibilities for creating specialized uncensored models like the upcoming Dolphin. The future of AI customization is bright, and we're just getting started. Pause 2S. My favorite test for new LLMs is to ask it to build a Svelte 5 web application with rooms, a new yet-to-be-released feature. The only model I've seen do this correctly in a single shot is Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and LLaMA 405B failed pretty miserably and seemed to have no awareness of this feature. Pause 2S. Overall, it's pretty decent in coding, but still clearly behind Claude. I also had it do some creative writing and poetry, and it's good, just not the best I've ever seen. Pause 2S. This showcases that while LLaMA has its strengths, there's still room for improvement in certain specialized tasks. Pause 2S. The journey of refining AI models is ongoing, and each test brings us closer to creating the perfect assistant for various applications. Pause 2S. If we take a minute to reflect, what's crazy is that we have multiple different companies that have trained massive models with massive computers, and they're all plateauing at the same level of capability. OpenAI was the first to make a huge leap from GPT-3 to GPT-4, but since then, it's only been small incremental gains. Last year, Sam Altman practically begged the government to regulate AI to protect humanity. But a year later, we still haven't seen the apocalyptic Skynet human extinction event they promised us. I mean, AI still hasn't even replaced programmers. It's like that time airplanes went from propellers to jet engines, but the advancement to light-speed engines never happened. Pause 2S. When talking about LLMs, artificial superintelligence is still nowhere in sight except in the imagination of the Silicon Valley mafia. It feels wrong to say this, but Meta is really the only big tech company keeping it real in the AI space. I'm sure there's an evil, ulterior motive hidden in there somewhere, but LLaMA is one small step for man, one giant leap for Zuckerberg's redemption arc. Pause 2S. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. A Pause 2's. Imagine, if you will, a room filled with Silicon Valley visionaries. Elon Musk is there tinkering with a model spaceship while a hologram of Steve Jobs lectures about innovation. In the corner, Sam Altman is frantically scribbling equations on a whiteboard, muttering about the singularity. Pause 1S. The room buzzes with excitement as they dream of artificial superintelligence, a future where AI transcends human capabilities. Pause 2S. But the reality? Well, it's a bit different. Instead of robot overlords, we have AI models that excel at generating cat memes and writing mediocre poetry. The grand vision of superintelligence remains just that, a vision. Pause 2S. Strangely enough, Meta seems to be the only big tech company keeping it real in the AI space. Sure, there's probably an evil, ulterior motive hidden in there somewhere, but LLaMA is one small step for man, one giant leap for Zuckerberg's redemption arc. Pause 2S. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Pause 2S. Show a list of resources and references used in the video, along with a disclaimer about the use of data and benchmarks. When Mark Zuckerberg isn't wake surfing, donning a tuxedo and a puka shell necklace at his Lake Tahoe mansion, or crushing Kay's yellow bellies while waving the American flag, he's clocking into work with a sunburn. His mission? To battle Google and OpenAI for artificial intelligence supremacy. Scene transition, Meta headquarters. Show Meta's state-of-the-art office environment. Employees are bustling around, coding and brainstorming. A large screen displays the latest AI developments. Yesterday, Meta released its biggest and baddest large language model ever, which also happens to be free and arguably open source. It took months to train on 16,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs, a feat that likely cost hundreds of millions of dollars and used enough electricity to power a small country. And now let's dive into benchmark testing. In this segment, we'll see a head-to-head performance test featuring GPT 4.0, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and LLaMA 3.1. As we compare these models, you'll notice Meta's model outperforming in certain tasks. It's fascinating to see how each model handles different challenges. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the specifics of these benchmarks. However, benchmarks can be deceiving. The only way to find out if a new model is any good is to vibe with it. In today's video, we'll try out LLaMA 3.1 Heavy and find out if it actually doesn't suck like most Meta products.
Welcome to the Code Report. It's July 24th, 2024, and AI hype has died down a lot recently. It's been almost a week since I mentioned it in a video, which I'm extremely proud of. But LLaMA 3.1 is a model that cannot be ignored. LLaMA 3.1 comes in three sizes: 8 billion, 70 billion, and 405 billion, where B refers to billions of parameters. In general, more parameters can capture more complex patterns, but more parameters don't always mean the model is better. GPT-4 has been rumored to have over 1 trillion parameters, but we don't really know the true numbers from companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. The cool thing about LLaMA is that it's open source. Well, kind of. You can make money off of it as long as your app doesn't have 700 million monthly active users, in which case you need to request a license from Meta.
Celebrating, woohoo, 699 million users, baby.
What's not open source is the training data, which might include your blog, your GitHub repos, all your Facebook posts from 2006, and maybe even your WhatsApp messages.